Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are back working on the 6.4 Powerstroke. I haven't touched this thing in a really long time because there was one thing I did that I should have done when I had the cap off. Let me show you what it is. Now, if you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about or where we were at, I bought this 6.4 Powerstroke a few months ago. It was not running, it was not driving when I bought it. I got it to fire up, the engine's pretty solid. I had to replace the transmission, I replaced the L pipes, I replaced the exhaust manifold, I replaced the water pump, the front cover, and I replaced almost the entire serpentine system. I say almost because there's one thing I missed, and I really should have replaced it then. Come take a look here, I'll show you what I mean. Pay attention to the serpentine belt right here, right on the power steering pump. As you can see, there's a little bit of grooves missing. I'll explain that in a minute once I fire this thing up and you actually see it. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't want to run it for super long. The belt has shredded itself. It's shredded itself twice now. The first time I was doing a pull in the truck and it skipped and I lost a rib. I was able to pull the rib out and cut it out, and then I've been kind of babying it and driving it around a little bit still, but not ideal. So what's actually going on is my tensioner failed. It was the only thing I didn't replace in the serpentine system. I replaced the belt, I replaced all the pulleys, and I actually replaced the AC belt tensioner too. But I did not replace the main serpentine tensioner, and I am really regretting doing so because that belt is now toast. That belt was a $60 belt, so I had to buy another one of those. So now I have bought 2 belts for this truck, so I didn't really save that much money not replacing the tensioner, especially now that I have to buy it again. So one of those while you're in there things that I really should have done, because the tensioner is down here. I think it's like right here on the belt system, so it's a really big pain to get to. It would have been a lot easier when the cap was up. Let's just start tearing into this and getting this thing ready to replace the tensioner. So I have torn into this before already. After I put the cab down, I had to replace the power steering pump as well. So we're now on 2 items of while you're in there that I should have done. But I am more money in parts than I am the purchase price of this truck. So I was just trying to be a little budget conscious, and so far it's just been biting me in the ass. But with that being said, to tear into this, I kind of have a good game plan. I already know how to do this. I need to get the upper fan shred out. You need to take the fan out. I tried to replace the power steering pump without pulling the fan. They made it way harder. So we're gonna pull the shroud out, pull the fan, and then we can just disconnect the belt, throw in the tensioner, and throw in the belt. I don't have the belt or tensioner yet, but according to FedEx, it's gonna get delivered today. Hopefully FedEx stays true, because they're never on time. So fingers crossed they show up right when I need it, and I can just swap it out right when I'm ready to go. Let's get started. Alrighty, as per usual, the clutch fan is the biggest pain. I'll try and get some close-ups on it when I get it out, but clutch fan removal tool, this wraps around the pulley that is on the water pump. You hook it on with that little hook, and then you use this to turn it off. They're usually not that tight because they're self-tightening, so it's righty-loosey. So once you get this hooked on, this is the biggest pain, is trying to get this to hook in. Then you can loosen this. I had to actually pull the fan bracket, the plastic piece, off and out a little bit to get it for me to be able to break it loose, or to get a good point on the hook piece to get it out. And then once it came out pretty good. But now I don't have enough room, so I need to put the radiator in service position. And in order to do that, there's 4 bolts up here for the upper cross member. You pull them out and then you have to pry it up. There's like a pin in this, so you have to pry it up and then put the pin on the outside, and then it pulls it back like an inch or 2, and that gives you enough room to wiggle this out. Is there something else I need off? Maybe the upper intercooler. Let's get the upper intercooler bolts off. What is holding this up? A little pry bar. more there. There we go. Kind of supposed to come out in one piece. All right, what is holding this up? Is it this intercooler boot? Just when I was about to say I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, it just kind of comes on out. Don't drop that, don't drop that. These need to stay together, don't break that connector. You will be screwed. Whew, well, that was a pain. Now, finally get to the belt and the belt tensioner. So, when it was running, I would rev it and I would see it like bounce. So that's why it's broken. Let's get this belt and tensioner off. Oh yeah, that thing's looser than shit. Look at that. Here's the faulty tensioner. If you guys saw when I took it off, there's not a lot of spring to it. The only reason I didn't replace it because it was the only bearing that didn't make any noise. Of course it makes a little bit of noise now that I spin it, but all the other idler pulleys, including the AC belt tensioner, was making a lot of noise. So the AC belt tensioner, I bought a auto parts store one because I needed to get it right away. Everything else that I've been doing on this truck has been Motorcraft parts. So I went with a Motorcraft part on this one. It was only like 20 bucks more, so I was like, I might as well. The belt, I did not go with Motorcraft. Motorcraft was like 10 bucks more. I went with the Gates, some sort of Gates. I have the same one in here. I'll go over it. It's a Gates Fleet Runner belt. And maybe I shouldn't have, and should have went with Motorcraft with how easily this shredded. But I mean, I think belts are gonna shred when they're not under tension, regardless. So yeah, we lost a rib the first time, and then I drove on it for a little bit and then lost a rib again. So really unfortunate. This belt was 60 bucks, so now I'm $120 in belts. So, and now the tensioner was like another 150. So yeah, expensive mistakes. Let's break open the new stuff real quick. So I've been buying all my 6.4 parts from Swag Off Road. I don't have any affiliation with them, but I keep buying from them because they seem to have the best price for Motorcraft parts. And they are from Tennessee, so you don't pay sales tax somehow. I don't know how that really works, but you don't pay sales tax on them. And yeah, best price, no sales tax, free shipping over $50. So when you add to your cart, no additions get added. You just your total, and you buy. So it works well. Motorcraft belt tensioner and our Gates Fleet Runner belt. Shout out to FedEx for shipping this on time. It showed up like right when I needed it to, so we're in business. We just got to replace this guy real quick. Fomoco. I didn't know it was branded like that. That's kind of cool. Made in Canada. And it comes with a new bolt. That's awesome. I'm going to look up the torque spec for this, because I haven't had any luck at tightening bolts recently. So we're gonna torque this down properly, get her in, throw the belt down, put it all back together, go for a drive. Alrighty, moment of truth. Everything's hooked back up. So we'll start this thing up. Make sure the belt stays tight. And we'll pull this thing out. And we're gonna go drive it around. So I'm gonna actually do some towing with it. I would like to, if I can get the trailer lights to work. Last time I hooked up a trailer to it, I didn't have lights. I believe I have some lights though. If I can confirm the trailer lights are gonna go work, we're gonna go pick up my dump trailer that's full of firewood and give her a tow back. So it should be pretty exciting. Let's see if she starts. I knew she was gonna start. I should have said, let's see how she sounds. She sounds healthy. Belt looks good. Power steering pulley is still a little wobbly, like you guys saw on the power steering pump video, but I don't think that's what shredded the belt. It was definitely that tensioner, because when I tightened the when I loosened the new tensioner, it was a lot more resistance than the old one. So I think we're good. Let's go plug into one of my trailers, make sure we got lights, at least the left light, and bring what we need to go pick up this firewood. Let's go hit the road. Alrighty, we are ready to go. I half-assed cleaned the windshield. Sat for a while and the wipers don't do shit. So I would like to clean the window. I would like to wash the truck. I just don't know if I'm out of time. Now we got to take the hitch off the Bronco. The Bronco's in the middle of the yard because the starter is just spinning. It won't engage with the flywheel. It might be shredded flywheel. I don't know. I don't want to deal with it. Then we're going to plug it up to my trailer. Make sure we have at least one side brake light. And then we'll go hit the road and go pick up our firewood. So let's do it. Ugh. Oh, this thing seems happy as hell. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's go to the trailer first. You know, if I didn't have a stupid flatbed, I would have a backup camera. But I don't. I need to go back way farther. Yeah, way farther. Like another foot. I believe I have running lights. I don't have running lights. It means I probably don't have trailer lights. Well, for insurance purposes, we have trailer lights. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. All right, let's get this hitch and let's hit the road. I had the hitch on the Bronco because I was going to tow a car with the Bronco, but then I wanted to act up on me and I couldn't make a video that week. All right, let's hit the road. All right, first stop, we're gonna go in and get some food, and then we gotta go into the bank and get some cash for firewood guy, and then we hit the road. Shit, I'm almost out of fuel. Guess we're buying some fuel too. Alright, where's the diesel pumps? Okay, that. Ah! Oh no, there's diesel here. Okay. Oh yeah. That's enough. slipping a little. Probably because my tune's too hot. And I've been like, I don't know, I've been easy on the throttle, so. Blend right in out here. I wish Utah was affordable still. I'd love to live out here. It's just not obtainable. Alrighty, battery's dying. I will update y'all once we got the trailer hooked up. Full firewood. Firewood picked up. Dad's dump trailer going. I set the hitch way too high. I should have kept it lower. This thing's tilted. It's got way too much weight on the back axle. I want to reset it, but this thing's heavy. I probably should reset it. This thing needs some tongue weight. I'm gonna do that real quick. But yeah, stocked up. Should be enough firewood for the rear, hopefully. I can't get the trailer connected to work, so I don't even have trailer brakes. So it's gonna be a really, really true test of towing on the 6.4. So I'm excited for it. Let's get this trailer set properly and we'll hit the road. Definitely feel it. Can't feel it that bad though, but you can definitely you can feel it for sure. You can definitely feel it when I'm hitting the brakes, because I hit the brakes here and then it says trailer disconnected. So yeah, something's wrong with that trailer connector. I'm gonna try and replace it. I got a few gremlins I gotta figure out on this thing. But as far as like driving, it does really good. My brakes my brakes are already squeaky. And so maybe I should have like took that into consideration before towing with this thing, assuming that I wouldn't have trailer brakes. But they're still really big brakes. They're better brakes compared to my OBS. So my OBS does have trailer brakes though. So I don't know. My OBS has a slip-in clutch, and honestly, this thing probably would have knocked it loose a little bit, to be honest. So yeah, it is what it is. But nonetheless. Yeah, this thing don't care. This thing don't care at all. Feels good. I'm excited to do more with this truck. We got to figure out our lighting and our trailer connection issue, because from what I saw, everything we had for trailers was fine. So I don't really know. I don't really know where to start with that or what, but whatever. I need to get a new mirror. This mirror needs to not fight with the wind, because I can't ever tell if I'm in my lane or not. So, still a lot of little things to go with this truck, and I'm almost into it more than what it would sell for. So, probably keeping this one around for a while. Who knows? But basically, we got this nice 40-mile-an-hour road for like 7 miles. Couple stops here and there, so I'll maybe film a couple stops and starts, because most of it's just gonna be cruising like this. The truck's not really gonna care. So EGT is like 500, which is sick. Let's see, engine oil temp's 200, engine coolant temp's 198, trans fluid temp's 173, nice and cool. Yeah, I don't know, it's a good truck. Good truck. Gotta take a picture. What is that humming noise? Maybe it's just air flowing? Whatever. But that's okay. Is this a good place to dump the firewood, or should I come back more? I'll try and come back more. I'm gonna shoehorn myself in here. Nope, I'm gonna shoehorn myself in here. I'm just dumping it right here. Oh, up she went, no problem. Alrighty, y'all. Super successful day with the 6.4. It performed really well. Now we're running like a top again. It's really nice. Yeah, the weather's finally cooling down. We hit like peak summer. Now we're on the downhill. So I'm gonna start wanting to take this thing out more. It doesn't have AC, so I didn't really want to drive it in the summertime, but now I'm ready to drive it. So this thing's filthy. It sat for way too long. My OBS is filthy too. A lot of vehicles are filthy. I don't really have time to wash all of them, but I think I'm gonna bust out the pressure washer and wash this one. I thought about going to the paint spray, but we got shade across the driveway now. We might as well give this thing a hand bath. Well, let's try and give this thing a quick little slap together car wash, shall we? Alrighty, y'all, the 6.4 cleaned up as good as a truck that sat outside for multiple years can. This thing really is in desperate need of a paint correction. The whole paint's actually like really, it's not in the best shape at all. It's got starting to crack on clear coat and all that. Don't want that, but a little bit of a paint correction can take care of it. So nonetheless, this thing's running and driving. This thing's actually a good unit again. So I'm gonna start driving this thing around, see if there's any other problems that come about. I still have a lot of gremlins I need to tackle. We got to tackle this interior really badly. That's going to be one of the next big phases on this thing if I decide to keep it. Well, even if I don't keep it and end up like wanting to flip it or sell it, flip it, I'm not going to make much money on it or at all. Yeah, that's the next big thing on the list. Either way, the progress that we've made in just a matter of months, I'm really happy with. She sat on the side for a while, but that's because she was sucking me dry financially, so I kind of had to put it on the side. But I'm happy with where it's at. So we will see what the next adventures bring with this thing. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. We'll see y'all very shortly. Peace.